Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Mindful SMP server. Kruncky here, we're now on episode 24, and this time we truly are on episode 24, more on that in a bit. But we're back at the base, and I got something exciting to show you guys, because I've been pretty busy, I've been working pretty hard. But back to that episode 24 ordeal. So my last episode, I introduced the episode as episode 24, and the reason for that was because I had pre-made the folder for my episode 23 episode, then completely forgot about it. Saw that I already had an episode 23, made an episode 24 folder and recorded into that, and so I thought it was an episode 24. So I am on episode 24 now, so that is the deal. But back to that exciting news, let's head back into first person. And as you can see, we got a bunch of blue glass. There's no more sand anywhere, if you remember from my last episode. But we have the blue glass and the gray concrete under. I'm going to hop down here real quick so that you can have a better view. But everything is completely filled in now. Our entire ceiling is in. And this goes all the way around. This took a couple hours. But this was all done off camera because there was no way I was going to be able to do all this and make it seem interesting at the same time. So yeah, that's that. We finally have our ceiling in. The only thing we don't have to our ceiling is the water. If you've been following along in my episodes, you'll know that I want to fill in this entire top area with water. So that'll kind of end up being like this right here. It'll be a one deep pool of water. But because of the blue glass and the gray concrete, it looks like it's the ocean floor. As you can see when we go over here. If we look down, you know, we get that kind of view because of the gravel. And so over here, you know, you get kind of the same feel. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to start off by clearing out all of these, I guess, center markers, because we no longer need those. And then we're going to fill this in with water. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. So it's finished. I was originally going to be doing a time lapse, but I decided against it because I didn't think you'd want to see just a bunch of water being sent through. So I have a little clip of it that I'm going to be showing as I talk, but you'll notice in the clip that I did forget one part of the water. So I'm just going to go ahead and start placing that in now. But yeah, I'll play this clip over my voiceover right now. So enjoy. Again, it's not the most exciting of things, but you know, it got the job done. The base is looking pretty good. And I'll do an overview of the base once I have filled in all of the places I missed. But yeah, this whole water filling stuff is not fun, especially with all the weird angles and stuff that I have going on. And we're back, and as you can see, we filled in all of this that we missed during the time lapse. But yeah, this is the ocean, or this is supposed to be emulating the ocean floor. And if we walk over here, you can see that, you know, it's not perfect. This does have a lot more depth to it. And it's just something we can't really emulate. And you can kind of see that there's a difference from this angle, but you know, it's close enough. I like how it came out. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. We finally got this, I guess, the exterior of the base finished. I mean, there's not too much to show on the exterior, but if you've been following along, you'll know that this was a lot of work. But that leaves us with a very open interior now. And that's a lot of work that we're going to have to do. I still haven't decided how I'm going to, like, separate this up. I do know that I want to put in, well, obviously I want a floor here. And I'm thinking maybe having walls that go from here, from this corner, just straight out, and then doing the same over here. And then we'll have like a room here, and such. I'm still not sure. But, you know, it's something that we're going to have to figure out. But one thing I do know for sure is that I don't want this in the middle of my base. So what this was just a temporary bridge for me to be able to get across easily. And this was denoting like the center of the base. Well, now that we have the exterior completely filled in, there's not much need for this. All of these boxes, or chests I should say, the bed, this whole platform, and all of these scaffolding blocks need to go. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start moving these chests down in the bottom. I still haven't picked out an area for my storage system, and that'll be coming once I get some proper rooms created. But for now, I do want to get rid of all this here so that we have a nice clean open top. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, and real quick, one thing I forgot to mention is this is my super smelter that's not so super automatic. It's in fact not automatic at all. But the reason it's set up in this configuration, you'll see that we have 9 going across and then 3 going up. And you'll see that that is the setup in your inventory. And we have another one over here because this makes a full double chest worth of glass. And I was putting in 8 pieces of coal with 64 blocks of sand to make a whole bunch of glass. And that's how we were able to fill up the entire top. This is what we have left after 2 double chests of blue stained glass. So that was a lot of glass that went into that. Of course, there's a lot of gray concrete that went into that as well. And yeah, I mean, it works. Anyways, back to moving stuff. Now we've gotten the entire upper area, the upper platform cleared out. And so here it is. We have a nice clean area up here. We go straight to the portal. And now that I'm looking at this, I kind of don't like the purple glass on top of that. It used to be covered up by the platform above. And yeah, I think I might just fill that in with obsidian to make it a little bit more fitting, I suppose. But I can do that another time. I don't think I have enough obsidian at the moment. But yeah, I like it. It's finally coming to fruition. The base has really come together. I don't have a way up to the top anymore, but I'm thinking on either end, on these flat ends, I might have like a little path that goes up so that we can get to the surface. Because even though this base is huge and there's a lot of room for me to do things and there's room for me to go down, I also kind of want to utilize these mountain ranges. So that'll be coming. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. I might do a minecart that brings you up, or I might just do a walking path. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. But take a look at all those chests. So all of these chests are full, and I've filled in about half of the chests here. We also have a bunch of chests back here, which were the items that were moved from up here. And most of those have items in it. They're not completely full, but they're not all empty. And then we have our shulker boxes, our ender chests, and all that. So we moved our bed down here for the moment. This will not be permanent because in the end, this will all be cleared out and it'll just be a straight drop down to the void, or not the void, the bedrock, basically. Maybe not bedrock. This will be my mining platform at the bottom, y = 11. And if you were unfortunate enough to fall into here, you will fall to your death because that's about a, let's see, this is 47, we'd be at 11, so it's about a 36 block drop. I don't know if that would kill you, but it would definitely hurt. So today's episode is going to be shorter than usual. Though I didn't get that much content out of it, the filling in of the ceiling took an incredible amount of time. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit shorter, not that much shorter. But one thing that I do want to do before I leave, I have 2 things I want to finish up. And the first one is mining down to our mining platform, which is going to be at y = 11. I've thought I cleared out the chest, so I need to move this back one more. Then I'm going to dig down, starting here. Since this is our middle point, I'm going to dig down all the way down to y = 11. And then there's one more thing that I want to do. It's a little bit of a surprise, but not really. But let me go ahead and dig down. And once I get there, I'll fill you in on the secret. So I dug my hole. I dropped in. And I found myself in a puddle of water. And this is coincidentally right at y = 11. So this is kind of perfect. I will have to clear out all this water and put down a new floor. but that's not a huge issue. There is one more thing that I do want to do though, and it involves this area, but it's not exactly this hole. I do want to dig another hole actually, and that hole is not too far away. It's actually going to be right around the corner. Let me try to find that nice empty space. So right here, this is where I want to dig it. And I'm going to dig this right down to y equals 11 as well. I checked this out a little bit ahead of time, and they don't actually coincide with that little water pool. But that's alright. We can always fix that, because I believe if I do that, I'm right there. So I'm at y equals 10 actually, which is not where I want to be. We'll just grab some andesite and drop it in like that. So that's where I want my hole to be. I'm actually going to be doing that in all 4 corners, but I actually only need 1 at the moment. You could probably guess what I'm trying to do, but I guess I'll let you in. I'm going to be dropping a beacon right here. It's going to shoot up here, and this is going to allow me to have haste 2, and that's really going to be beneficial in helping me clear out all of this. Because like I said, I want to clear up all of this middle section to where I have a straight drop, and I don't think it's actually going to be as dark as I wanted it to be, so I might put some black glass or maybe some black concrete at the bottom, just so that when you look down, it's just black. But as you can see here, you can see the bottom pretty clearly. So we'll have to do something about that. But for now, we got that hole, and we got that hole set up. And I think that's all the setup we need for the next episode. Again, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. And yeah. Happy, happy, happy. Anyways, if you like this episode, if you like this base, head down there in the comment section, leave a comment, hit that like button. And if you really like this episode, don't forget to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and I hope you'll stick around. But it's kind of late, so I need to get some sleep. So until the next episode, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. See ya.